Hey, my name is Greg Schweitzer, and I am the founder and chief catalyst at Catalyst Transformation Institute. And I got to tell you, I think I'm a funny guy. I've always thought that I was kind of funny. One of the things I loved doing was just kind of telling little off jokes or making fun of certain situations to try to get somebody to laugh. One of my favorite things is to get my wife to giggle and to laugh. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. And I love doing it with my kids. I've did it with my parents and my siblings and all this kind of stuff. But lately, my kids have been harassing me. My kids have been giving me a hard time about telling dad jokes. And quite honestly, it seems like every time I try to say something funny, it's always a dad joke, as if dad jokes are bad all of a sudden. But when having them tell me this, oh great, nice dad joke, that kind of thing on a regular basis, it reminds me of when I was growing up. My dad had a handful of ongoing jokes, and now I left home at age 21, right? But even after being gone, my dad still has these continual jokes that he continues to tell, and one of them was a really interesting one that made me think a little bit about what I wanted to talk to you about today. Oftentimes I'd be working with my dad on something, or he'd be telling me something, or he'd want me to do something with him, and he'd have this little phrase that says, "What? You never been lied to before?" Right? So hey Dad, you told me that if I mowed the lawn, I could go play with my friends. I could go swimming or something like that. And he'd go, "What? You never been lied to before?" And I wasn't sure how to react. My initial reaction was, "Oh crud, wait a minute, you can't do that to me." And then he'd start giggling and laughing, and I would know that he was joking. But what was really funny about that is that my initial reaction was always, "Man, I don't ever want to be lied to like that. I mean, that's kind of painful, right?" What would your reaction be, right? What is your reaction when somebody lies to you? I'm asking you this on purpose because there's this interesting phrase that's been around for a long, long time, especially in the world of business and performance and just trying to be our best selves and do our best work. And the phrase is, "Fake it till you make it." And I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that's a horrible phrase. I think that's one of the most horrible phrases that has been projected onto mankind. And I want to tell you a little bit about why. And what this has to do with my dad's joke about, "What, you never been lied to before?" If you think about the times in the past when you've been lied to, how's that feel? What's that like? It's kind of angering in some instances, and sometimes it's just hurting our feelings. And my opinion is, through all the work I've been doing, all the study that I've learned about the human person and the human mind and how we function as human beings, is that fake it till you make it is just not a nice lie to tell ourselves. I mean, we have good intentions, right? We have good intentions with saying this to ourselves, but our words are very, very powerful. So I want to share something with you that I think is going to help you quite a bit. Here is the problem with fake it till you make it. Now, one of the things you need to understand in terms of your brain and how it works, especially the subconscious part of your brain, is that you have a consciousness, right? A conscious part of your brain, not consciousness, but a conscious part of your brain, and you have a subconscious, right? And the conscious part of your brain is there to analyze and evaluate and make decisions. And the subconscious part of you is there to help you take the right actions, to remember who you are and how you are. This is really critical when it comes to the fake it till you make it piece. I want to share with you some key characteristics of the subconscious part of your mind, which is the part of you that takes action. That's the whole reason we say things like fake it till you make it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to pretend like I do. Okay? It's always about action taking. So, number one is that your subconscious mind takes the path of least resistance. It automatically takes the path of least resistance. And if you're giving it permission to fake it, it's going to take it. I'll say that again. If you're giving your brain permission to fake it, it's going to take it. It's easy. I can do that. Okay? Now, the reason that our brain, our subconscious part of our brain, takes the path of least resistance is because it's preserving our energy. Its job is to preserve the body, so it preserves our energy for any time we may need it for something else. It's actually a very genius thing that God designed us like. Okay? It's very genius. Okay? But the problem is that when we use language like fake it till we make it, our brain only uses whatever energy it needs is to fake it. Okay, so that's problem number one. Number two about your subconscious mind is that your brain loves to serve. And what I mean by that is that it wants to do whatever you ask it to do. And if you tell it to fake it, that's what it's going to do. It's not going to be any certain way other than what you tell it, because it loves to serve. Item number three about your subconscious brain and why fake it till you make it is such a disservice to humanity is that your subconscious brain needs clear directions in order to take action. Okay? it doesn't get the gist of what you're trying to say. It doesn't understand that when you say I fake it till you make it, what I really mean is that I'm just, I'm just, you get what I'm trying to say. And the subconscious brain goes, no, I just do what you say. And if you say fake it, that's what I do. Okay? Getting really good here, getting really clear about how to give yourself directions, how to give the part of your brain that takes the actions and makes you good at what you do or not good at what you do, how to be able to harness that in a powerful way. Another piece about your subconscious brain and how it works is that your subconscious brain controls and maintains all perceptions. So if it controls and maintains all perceptions and habits. So if you're telling your brain, if you're telling yourself to fake it until you make it, it's going to continue faking it. It's going to continue faking it. It's going to become habitual. You're going to become a habitual faker. Is that what you want to be? Or do you want to be the real deal? That's what I want for you. Hopefully you want that for yourself. One more thing about your subconscious brain and the unfortunate part of fake it till you make it is that there's a note right here that says your subconscious brain is a literal mechanism, right? Here's the deal. If it takes you literally and it's faking it till it makes it, if you're faking it, you'll never become it. Ooh. How does that sting? If you're faking it till you make it, you're never going to become it. And so I want to submit an idea to you today to counteract this negative, terrible idea of fake it till you make it. I want you to change that phrasing of fake it till you make it to believe it until you become it. Ooh. Feel the difference of that. Instead of fake it till you make it, it's believe it till you become it. The question then begs, can you control what you believe? Can you decide what you believe? Who decides that for you? Of all the things that you currently believe in your life, who decided that you were going to believe that? How did you come to believe what you believe? And this is where the rubber meets the road. I want to introduce you to this idea of associating versus dissociating. You see, when it comes to faking it, we are dissociating from something uncomfortable, like I don't know how to do it, or I'm not good at it. And we dissociate from that because it seems like it's very uncomfortable. A dissociation is like, that's over there and I'm over here. Let's put something between us here because I don't like you. You're uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable. And that's what dissociation is. And that's what's happening when we fake it till we make it. We're putting it outside of ourselves. But you see, when we move to believe it until you become it, we now start to associate this. I want you to think about this. When you are out shopping and you're looking for clothes and you see, or maybe you're not looking for clothes, I don't know, but maybe you see a shirt or a pair of pants or a vest or something that it is that's an item to wear and you're like, ooh, that looks really good. I like that. That's pretty. That's good looking. That's awesome. That's hot. Whatever it is, okay? What do? You try it on, right? You walk into the dressing room, right? And you take off the current thing that you have on and you put that on because you want to see what it looks like because it looks great on the rack. How does it look like on me? And when you try something on, you've now associated, you've literally put on the shirt, okay? You've literally put it on and now you're in it. And that's what association is all about. And that's what believe it till you become it is all about. My friend, you need to remember that belief is everything. I've shared that in another video. Belief is everything. And your beliefs determine your actions. And your actions determine your results. So instead of faking it till you make it and dissociating from something, I want you to associate. I want you to try on a new belief. Literally get inside of it and try on the new belief of believing it until you become it. Because that creates a much shorter distance to becoming who you want to be and how you want to be. And that, my friend, will determine the behaviors that you take, which will determine the results that you get. Okay. Take this on. Try it on. You know I love you. Be great. It's what you're made for. Talk to you soon. Bye now.